and welcome to KJ's Kitchen. I am KJ. I'm 13 years a master fitness trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and most important to me, I'm a happy mom serving up healthy meals from my kitchen to yours every Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern on Facebook, here on Get KJ Fit fan page. So today, you can see all my refrigerator goodness today, right? My daughter's beautiful pictures. Today, I wanted to bring a treat that to me reminds me of being a child again. And I don't even know how this came to, well, I know how it came to me, I'll share that. But I have not tasted this or had this since I was little, like maybe my daughter's age. And my mom, if she's tuning in, might correct me on this. And I remember as a kid, my mom would grocery shop and she grabbed it in Ohio and she would go to the bank. It was always this little grocery store, I want to say IGA or something. And she would get this from the deli and it came in a canister and she called it sandwich spread. And to me, that didn't mean anything. It kind of looked a little ucky, but every time I tasted it, I loved it. And I remember even at school, sometimes they would have it on like white bread, little mini half sandwiches on the lunch tray. Does anyone remember sandwich spread? Well, I got busy figuring out what on earth sandwich spread was because I remember loving it as a kid. And as I was, we shop, we love sales. I saw that Christmas hams right after Christmas were $9 off at Aldi's. So I grabbed one, put it in the freezer, and we ended up with an amazing ham last night for dinner. So this is another recreation of what you can do with a lot of excess ham. Like this giant ham was so big for our, 2 adults and 2 kids. We have a lot of ham to eat. And yes, I do make a great ham soup, which I can share that here on KJ Fit as well. But today, I'm gonna recreate, I guess you call it ham salad. If you ever get sick of tuna salad, ever get sick of chicken salad and constantly eating those, switch it up to ham salad and I promise you're gonna be pleasantly surprised if you have no clue what I'm talking about. Today we are gonna put that on a very healthy bread. The reason bread doesn't serve you is the grain, the gluten cuts through the gut. Avoiding the grain altogether and creating a keto bread. I'm gonna show you the fast 90-second keto bread. 1.5 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 egg. Literally, this bread will be done in 90 seconds. And that's what I'm gonna use to put this amazing sandwich spread on. The whole meal is keto friendly for anyone who is doing keto. I'm doing 3 tablespoons of almond flour. Very different than almond meal. So this is gonna have the texture and consistency more like a white bread. It's not gonna be seedy and grainy. 3 tablespoons of almond flour, half a teaspoon, of baking powder. Yep, got that, puppy. Now I am going to give this a little stir. Where's my little stir stick? Might have to grab one over here. Pardon my reach. Yes. Here we go. I got a sick girl at home today, so I rushed to get on camera. I'm glad I made it. All right, I'm stirring this up. The butter, the baking powder, the almond meal, and egg. Making sure it has no little clumps. Giving it a nice little stir. I'm doing it in the actual Pyrex that I melted the butter in for the microwave. So this is one dish, quick and easy. You could do this in a bowl, depending on the size you're looking for. You could also do this in like a wide-based coffee mug. I love Pyrex, that's what we use. With my little spatula, I give her a little scrape around the sides. And I've got this beautiful, very loose-looking dough right here. Literally, that's it. Throwing it into the microwave for 90 seconds to get my keto bread going. Because if you're gonna sandwich right, okay? So keto bread on its way. Let's talk about the ham. You could get busy chopping, and you want it as finely chopped as possible, I promise you, putting the ham quickly into your food processor is going to give you the best consistency to match what it is I remember as a child. So I'm trying to recreate this for you. If you have never had this, it is worth a try. Going with the ham, I'm gonna cut a nice big chunk off. Love that it's pre-sliced. Depending on the ham you buy, it may or may not be. But it doesn't matter. The food processor is gonna do the work for you. So I'm cutting a nice chunk off here. It's gonna make a nice and big salad for you. Enough to feed a few people, maybe enough to put in the fridge for some leftover for lunch tomorrow. I'm just quickly trimming. You can see the fat line in here. I see it cut right there. I just do a quick trim of the fat edges. I do have a husband who gets very particular about the fat. So I always get used to trimming the fat for him. Jack Sprat over there. His name's Frederick. But here we go. I know that I also have little girl who also sees the fat on her plate too. So I trim it away, although it is gonna get nice and chopped in that processor. I'm hooking my hubby up and getting rid of some of this. It does lend to a different texture. Oh, my bread's done. That was it, guys. 90 seconds, and now I've got hot bread. Here we go. This keto 90-second bread is very similar. If you saw my segment on the quick and easy keto pizzettes, minus I didn't put any garlic salt in it. It is just the base of it. Got a couple chunks of nice ham here. Looking ahead, I'm even thinking I might take another little piece, just a segment, maybe this much. Now we're looking to get 2 cups of ham out of this, and it's ground up. So 2 cups of ground up ham. Get my little keto bread out. I'll show that to you. It's hot. That's right. Get me a little towel on here. Here we go. It is hard, firm, and bread. I'll tip it upside down, show this to you. Boop. It's pretty warm. That nice, thick, it's steaming bread. Now, I like it toasted. If you are more of a bread sandwich person, go ahead and cut this in half, have your 2 pieces of bread. I'm gonna cut her in half with a serrated knife. Let her chill just a little, cooling herself off. And I'm gonna throw her in the toaster. So I'm gonna let those pieces chill real quick. Getting this ham, I'll show this to you quickly. You do want to turn it on. Don't let it get into a smush. We are not making pate here. You want it crumbly looking. So just put it on for a second. Show you this. Check it out in segments or hit pulse. Sitting on a cord all goofy over here. There we go. Pulse. Check it out. Yeah, that's it. You do not want... This is going to be different than the texture of a tuna salad or a chicken salad. You see how fine that is? But it's dry. It's not like, beef that gets all smushy-mashy. It's dry. It's, I guess, chipped looking. I don't know what you call it. I'd love the help in the comment fields for any of you. So, what I like to do first is get the liquids into the bowl first before putting all the solids in. And now I'm choosing to use mayo because if this is your keto lunch, healthy fats, using fats is not a problem. If you choose to have an alternative, I do have a recipe for alternate mayo made out of Greek yogurt. I'll have that in my email if you are subscribing. So check out for that, but I think it's great. I'm used to a good traditional mayo-based salad. So you're gonna do a ½ cup of mayo. Make sure your mayo's clean. If you're not reading labels, guys, you're putting a lot of junk in your body that you have no idea. So just because it's a brand name, say Hellmann's or something, does not mean it is trustworthy. So I've compared labels, Duke's, blue something, Blue Ribbon, all these things. I've seen a lot of different mayos on the market, see a lot of weird additives, and I get this one, which has the shortest list that I have found at the best price at Aldi's. So if you have an Aldi's nearby, you're welcome. Aldi sells both brands, like Duke's and this. This one's called Berman's, And it has the same colors as Hellmann's, so I'm sure they try to market it the same. It's like $1 something, and it has clean ingredients, same as their Dijon. We're gonna use Dijon mustard. I'm gonna go with 1 teaspoon. Here we go, 1 teaspoon. And now, just like any other salad you're creating, tuna salad, egg salad, chicken salad, you can determine what you love. Like, do you like it to be a little more zesty? Then add more mustard. I'm just getting those two combined to make that nice and easy. This is optional. I like a little kick and pep. I'm going cayenne and a couple dashes of cayenne pepper, giving it a little kick, getting that into just one ingredient. It will be easier to mix when you have just one ingredient. So let's get going and stacking everything in. 2 cups of the ham. Now, if this were not on camera, you'd see me just pour it in and adjust the liquids as necessary. But because I like to give you guys an actual concrete recipe, we're gonna go with 2 cups of ham. I feel like I could probably do this easier this way. Scooping up this ham into my cup here. I'm sure there's probably a better way. But if I do it over the bowl, anything that falls, I'm not missing out on. There's 1 cup. Maybe I did a really good job at eyeballing this. We'll see. I feel pretty confident. And here we go. With shy of 2 cups. Maybe I ended up about 2.5 here. Again, like I said, if this were my normal afternoon, I'd dump it in and adjust as necessary. We're gonna stick with just the 2 cups because this is how I designed this for you. Here I've got a 1/4 cup of very finely chopped sweet onion. I love shallot as well, so I just didn't have any. I did have onion on hand, and I've made it both ways. This tastes great. Use sweet onion more than red onion. It's got a different flavor. 1/4 cup, very finely chopped. And before I start stirring, I'm gonna add in celery. Again, if you're not a celery person, you could omit this. You could start choosing some of your favorite vegetables, maybe sweet pepper. But with the celery too, the more fine you make it, because you saw how fine I made that ham. We really don't want this to be a super chunky salad. It actually is called sandwich spread because it easily just spreads onto a piece of bread or a cracker. You don't even need a fork. You can just eat it and it's just nice and combined. So I have 2 stalks of celery, chopped very thin. I mean like super skinny, right? And now I'm gonna go into finely chopping that. Super fine. I only prepped my onions because I didn't want to cry with all of you. I did cry when I prepped them. Everything else I like to do live on camera, so you see in real time the ease of creating these recipes. I do want to hear in the comment fields if anyone knows what it is I'm actually talking about when I say sandwich spread, right? I'll tell you, my son loves it. I remember loving it as a kid. It wasn't very often in our fridge, but when it was, I was so excited. It didn't look as appetizing as it tastes, I'll tell you that much. My husband, being from Denmark, had never had this, and he was pleasantly surprised and requests it for his lunch when I send him away to the office. Okay, I'm actually, after I chopped it, going in again with my knife and getting it more like a minced texture, all of this celery, so that it is the super fine. I'm talking like itty bitty pieces of celery, right? Here we go. And I'm gonna do this, give her a little whirl. Come here, cutting board. Give this a little whirl for you. Tossing it up. Now, here's some options for you. I've seen it various ways. I've never had it this way, but I do know I'm gonna pop my bread in the toaster now that it kind of cooled down and some of the moisture released. Now I'll get nice crispy bread for this sandwich. So I have seen this recipe with hard-boiled egg in it. That's gonna be up to you. If you want to add some very finely chopped hard-boiled egg, you would put in about 2 hard-boiled eggs into this. The full thing, chop it finely, get it mixed in. I don't recall that being in the version I ate as a kid. So when I made this recipe, I did not include any egg. It might be worth a shot to try it someday. I might be pleasantly surprised. So I'm just gonna throw that out there to you. Okay, here we are. We're gonna look at this puppy together. I mean, you're gonna say ham salad. Have you ever had ham salad? I don't know. Called sandwich spread. That's what it was called in my books. Check this puppy out. Okay, it is very fine. And what a great way of recreating a ham sandwich. If you want to include some egg, it would be like a recreation of eggs and ham, right? But cold, and a cold sandwich. I'm gonna wait for that toast. And I like to top mine with some green onion. I know we put onion inside. Topping it with the green onion is because I serve my sandwiches open-faced. So those 2 pieces of bread in there are each going to be topped with this sandwich spread, and then each of them topped with the green onion. And it's a beautiful presentation, and you get more of the good stuff. Not that the bread's not healthy for you, but why 2 pieces of bread and 1 serving of the protein when you could have 2 servings of the protein with the same amount of bread? That's my take on it. Ooh, they're nice and toasty. And let's create this for you and show you the final presentation. Get a nice big dollop right there. And now if this isn't something you couldn't sink your teeth into, I don't know, talk to me. I tell you, it's so much tastier than it looks. When you look at it, it just looks like tuna salad or any other type of salad. But ham is naturally a little saltier, of course, than tuna or chicken. And here we go. Dun 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 dun. Keto, super keto sandwich spread. I don't know, maybe I'll call it ham salad because that's kind of all I could think of, because that's what it is. I chopped ham and salad. This is insanely delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this for lunch myself. And if this recipe served you, or you know someone it does serve, please share it. Tag your friends in the comment fields below. Share this to your wall. You can subscribe to my newsletter, and all I do is send recipes. I'm not trying to solicit anything. So if you sign up to my newsletter, you're just every week going to get my most recent recipe, and I will figure out a way that you get all the past recipes too. My husband says he's working on that. So please subscribe. The link will be live in the comment field. If you have already subscribed, you will get this recipe in the next 24 hours. Don't click the link again, no need. And just share, show the love. Now that I'm on KJ Fit fan page doing this, I feel like I've lost a lot of live viewers, so the more you share, the more people are alerted that I have changed pages. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you tuning in. I will see you here again next week in KJ's Kitchen. A happy mom serving healthy meals every Wednesday at noon. You guys have a fabulous Wellness Wednesday, and I'll see you next time.